One thing that really annoys me about Islam is that it claims to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Muslims revel in the supposed fact that Islam is God's one true message, yet their approach to truth is absolute nonsense. Criticism is met with disdain. Even certain questions are treated as blasphemy for simply asking a question. What a pathetic approach to truth. Islam teaches there is only one truth, one path to follow, one path to goodness, one standard of goodness. What an affront to truth. What an affront to individuality, to the diversity of possibilities and choices one can make in life. Islam, as well as other religions, attempt to paint everything in black and white. What's good or bad, what's just or unjust, exactly what you should and exactly what you shouldn't do. So here's the thought experiment. Imagine you catch your partner sleeping with your neighbour. This escalated very quickly, but stay with me. If she says to you, oh, it's only once a month, would you take her seriously? Would you be able to call her faithful? Of course not. Yet she's still faithful 29 days out of 30. But it's that one day that makes her unfaithful. This is what's known as the black swan problem. If you have a theory, say all swans are white, just one observation of a black swan falsifies that entire theory. In the same way, if you have a belief, religion or otherwise, it doesn't matter how many instances of white swans you observe, you need to seek the black ones. This isn't Islam's fault. Seeking truth via disconfirmation is against human nature and intuition. But the general attitude of Muslims when disconfirmation is brought before them is so fierce and visceral. So the experiment is quite straightforward. Test your faith by looking for the black swans, its weakest areas. There are two possible outcomes. Number one, your religion holds and you become a more informed believer. Or second of all, you falsify your beliefs and you become emancipated. Start here with an open mind. The Prophet's marriage to a child, regardless of context and norms at the time, this is the objective moral basis God created for all of mankind for the rest of time. Islam's ethical contradictions, a most merciful God and infinite hell, God punishing 999 out of 1,000 of His creation. Measuring faith to get into heaven, something so trivial instead of something like virtue. Islam and religion's geographical concentration, meaning the best indicator of getting into heaven is the community and country you're born into. The so-called miracles of the Quran, scientific or otherwise. Islam's passionate outgroup hatred. The equality of women, the origins of the Quran, the origins of the Hadith. Why a man in a desolate dry desert promised of a heaven filled with rivers and big-breasted women. Truly, I found even the greatest man all too human. Different types of arguments work for different people. Scientific, historical, logical, and so on. Let your own curiosity and questions guide you. And for every argument, there's always a counter-argument. So look at both sides fairly. But don't make this mistake. Don't par off inconsistencies as saying it's God's infinite wisdom. It's a cheap, cowardly cop-out. If you're a Muslim and you disagree with the Trinity, then that's the Christian God's infinite wisdom. Who are you to question it? If you don't understand polytheism, that could be the infinite wisdom of the gods. You have nothing but your own reason to determine what is true and what is false. So if something doesn't make sense or can't be explained in your own faith, don't par it off as God's infinite wisdom when you disbelieve other faiths based on the exact same things. When you start questioning, you feel an overwhelming sense of guilt. How can I question God? I am a flawed and stupid human being. God is infinite in knowledge and wisdom. But don't ever feel guilty for questioning. You would only shield a belief from criticism if criticism exposes its flaws. To shield something only highlights its fragility. Islam's truth prevails only when dictated with an iron fist and cultural taboos. Remove the fear from questioning and the doctrine crumbles. As Immanuel Kant said of the Enlightenment, dare to think. And now to contradict myself, tread at your own peril. Ignorance is bliss. Losing your faith will be one of the hardest things you ever do. Not just out of fear of being ostracized, but you can turn into an existentialist mess, like myself. It's terrifying at first, but it soon becomes emancipating. Dare to think. Dare to liberate yourself.